Hello, rapid fighters. Welcome to one more 20mm large unit. This time, British Armoured Division for the 1944-45 period. Mostly thinking about Normandy, but it can also be used from Normandy on up to the end of the war. So let's see what's inside on top of the table. So there is this possibility. You have here a Sherman-based tank brigade, which can be combined with this motor battalion, with this Reconnaissance regiment, with that over there Infantry brigade, also with all this artillery here, in order to make a full armor division. Of course, if they have Shermans, it has to be either the Guards or the 11th Armored. But I also have this possibility here of making with this motor, with this other motor battalion, and with all these three Cromwell regiments, I can also make the 7th Armored. So my aim is, of course, as you may have guessed, Goodwood operation, where the three main divisions were acting. I mean, I can't make the three, of course. Not even. I mean, this is more or less one division and a half, as you more or less can see. But at least there's plenty of models for that big operation. Also, for instance, operations like Blue Coat can also be made. For instance, there is the Churchill based tank brigade. Of course, it's an independent tank brigade, and my idea is, as you can see from the symbols, is to make the 6th Guards tank brigade. Okay, so let's see the models now. Let's go to the older ones, which is the Sherman-based regiment. It is mostly built of very old matchbox and matchbox and Airfix models, like these ones here. For instance, the commander has some extra headphones, and plenty of additions were placed on the mantlet over there, as you can see. I mean, tracks and plenty of stowage around to make this Airfix model look a little bit nicer. Also a new machine gun, because the one provided by the kit itself is not a big thing. Also, of course, the usual Firefly from Matchbox. Also, these kits were made maybe 30 years ago or more. And so you have here the M4 version, the M42, and of course the M44 versions of the Sherman. Also some turretless Asagawa Stuarts. Here the M5 from Frontline. More this is a conversion of the Matchbox kit of the Firefly, turned into a 75 armed Sherman. And this is the second regiment, Sherman regiment. Again, more or less the same. Matchbox mostly, and many of them converted to the 75mm gunned Sherman. This is the command of the division, command of the brigade here also. And finally, a more recent, last one I made, a more recent regiment, Sherman regiment, which was the one that I've showed you already in the Perrier Ridge scenario. So not particularly new, with mostly Frontline, Airfix, Britannia, Nito Fujimi, and plenty of other models here, different brands. So now for the motor battalion, you have the usual infantry by Revel, some conversions also, as you can see that Australian there with a new head, a new helmet, Eshi, Revel, and a few others. So also another Australian there with the brand. and plenty of Britannia, very nice models inside the ALF tracks. Also some brand carriers from Britannia here, the Vickers carrier, and some are frontline PSC Lloyd carriers that towed also a Britannia 6-pounder here. Also from Britannia you have this white scout car here, very nice also, and other figures for the command and support groups of the motor battalion. So this is the Sherman tank brigade with motor battalion support. Now the regiment, the Reconnaissance regiment, sorry, a little bit exaggerated. I have some Fireflies from frontline here, side by side with some Challengers also from frontline. In fact, these Fireflies may have not, they should not be here maybe. I read that they were inside the regimental reconnaissance, the reconnaissance regiments. Others say they were not. Others say that these Cromwells had to wait for the Challengers up to August. But for them to have some support in June and July, I placed some Fireflies here, as you can see. I mean, I'm not sure about this, but well, it's better to have more than less. Here, some conversions on some of the Cromwells. Cromwells are Revel and Armourfast. Always with the lovely Britannia tank commanders. Here more turretless Asegawa stewards. Some wheeled some staghounds and AECs also for reconnaissance. Now the artillery, you can see here, everything is airfix, as you know, both the 5.5 inches towed by the Matadors or the 25 pounders here. Everything lovely airfix, as everybody knows. And also there is an SP battalion made from 2 brands. These ones here are Britannia, and these ones a little bit to the rear are the RTRs, Red Roll Raventhrop, with crew I don't know from where. Whoops. This is the cost of war. Here is anti-tank group of 17 pounders and some support, some maintenance, not maintenance. This is a engineer to transport bridges. This one should be in the RAF, not in the army, but okay. This gas tankers. There is the famous Camel also, and there is this very cute Camel tanker also. I think this one, I'm not sure if it was used in World War II. It belonged to my father, so I painted it and forced him to join the ranks of His Majesty's tanks in 1944-45. But I'm not sure if they were here really. Well, this is the Infantry Brigade now, the start of the Infantry Brigade that goes along this lane. The MG Company, the Vickers MG Company, yeah. One of the battalions here with infantry, of course, from the same brands as the motor battalions. Some very cute brand carriers from frontline with plastic figures. This is the command of the brigade with frontline. Whoops. Okay, frontline radio vehicle. And this is also frontline. And here, well, and of course there are 6-pounders from Airfix, as you can see here, in all 3 battalions. Battalions are all the same, as you can see here. No big issue here. And there is also a relatively large pool of transport. Willys Jeeps, CWTs 15s from Frontline also. Also here from Frontline, these 3-tonners. And there is one that is from Skytrax. Very heavy, but very detailed and very nice. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've shown you a full armor division. Yeah. Now let's go to the other option I mentioned, which is the 7th Armored. And here they are. It is the 22nd Armored Brigade, of course, with again Cromwells from Armor Fast or Revel, with plenty of add-ons also, and my beautiful treasured Britannia figures. Also Armor Fast for the Fireflies, and with this particularity I've made, which is the Essien tape made out of paste, of kind of milliput paste, evergreen, whatever I had at hand, and I made this kind of Essien tape, which makes the British look very nice, especially in the Normandy campaign, of course, as everybody knows. And more of the same here, another regiment and another regiment. So this is meant, of course, with red symbols to be the 1st Tank Regiment, right? This is the 5th with yellow markings, right? And the target of Wittmann, the 4th county. What was the name? County what? Let me check for not to say anything wrong. That's why books are for. Let me check. And the last one is the 4th county of London, Normandy, exactly. The targets for the 9 Tigers of Michael Wittmann, and the 101st SS Tiger Battalion, right? So now for the last unit, which is before the last unit, sorry. Let's see the motor battalion of the 7th Armored. This is mostly Valiant figures. I placed Valiant figures everywhere. Also inside the M5s, off tracks. Even the Mini General brand carriers got Valiant figures, and the battalion became, I think, very nice. Also some conversions, some converted infantry to make the 6-pounder, and the 6-pounder is a complete scratch build thing with Valiant figures. And you can see a few more here. An Eschi white, and more Valiant and Mini General with Valiant figures a little bit everywhere in this battalion. And now, lastly, for the Churchill Tank Brigade, also a little bit exaggerated. I have placed Achilles in all squadrons. It is an exaggeration. I mean, a battery of Achilles, 12 of them. So it's a little bit too much. I mean, there should be 1 or 2 maximum in each Churchill Tank Brigade. But well, I like the Achilles a lot. These 3 here are Armor Fast. This group here is Britannia, a very nice model, and these ones are older Skytrax, a little bit short, I think not as well designed as the others. I mean, regarding the Churchills themselves, they are mostly, there is, for instance, this regiment here has plenty of of Eschi models, like for instance this one. So the 6 guards had a number of Mark IVs still, and this regiment here is composed of plenty of them. But others are airfix, the Mark 7 and Mark 6 models are here. Also, they are very nice to place additional foliage and kind of Asian tape. This one made with small leaves from tea, which is also funny to make. Others are airfix with converted 95mm howitzers. For instance, this one here has plenty of frontline, also frontline Churchills. And this one here, I think, is mostly yeah, airfix. And this is my British tank force. I hope you have enjoyed this video. This is a little bit long, sorry, but there was also, as you can see, a lot of stuff to be shown. So let's see something else next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.